What's up, everybody? Shock here, and I've got a battle here for you guys versus Falkie. I was looking for a battle, couldn't find one on T-Flare, which is where I usually go, and on Skype, so I was like, why not? We'll roam to Serebii. And this guy was like, standard Ubers, and I was like, sure, that sounds good to me. So he's going to lead, I'm going to lead with Oh So Typical, and he's going to lead with his Deoxys speed form called Tryhard, and I was like, I'm going to taunt because I really, I'm used to the typical suicide leads, not this psycho boosting. What is this? I don't even... Wow, he got a crit on me. So I survived with the focus dash. He's going to go to Vaporeon. I'm like, I'm just going to set up my rocks anyways. So my rocks are up. And I figured he was going to protect to scout what I was going to do. And I went for the spikes because my only attacking move on this thing is Ice Punch. Yes, Ice Punch. Random, I know. So I get my second layer spikes up, and he's going to take me out with a Scald, which is fine. Oh So Typical did its job. So I got into Mew 1-2, and I was like, alright, we're going to go for a Life Orb. This is a timid max special attack. Life Orb Thunderbolt. And it does close to 2/3. And I'm like, that's not too bad. You know, it would have been nice if I had scored a crit there, because that would have taken him out. So he's going to get the Wish Up, Protect. I go for the Aura Sphere to scout what he was going to do. I was thinking maybe he might try to switch out into Dialga to obviously take the Thunderbolt like a boss. You know, he would over-predict. Anyways, he goes on to Overwhelmed after switching out from Vaporeon, and I go for the Thunderbolt, and that doesn't do too much. It does a decent bit. He goes for the Draco Meteor and misses, and I'm like, righteous! Because it just allows me to go for the Shadow Ball and take him out, because I'm pretty sure that Draco Meteor probably would have taken me out. I think. Most likely. Now he goes back out into Tryhard, and he takes all the residual damage and goes for the Thunderbolt. And I'm like, dear God, this is actually going to hurt. And it does a good bit, actually. I'm like, wow, I almost lost my Mewtwo there. I go for the Shadow Ball and take out Tryhard. I'm like, at least that thing's gone. At least it wasn't a entry hazard setter up, or, So he goes out into Dialga now, and this is one bulky Dialga. I don't really know the damage calcs here, but it took the Aura Sphere better than I thought. I actually thought I was probably going to take it out. So he's going to fire off that Earth Power and take off my Dialga. Wow. Took out my Mewtwo. Sorry, guys. So I'm going to go out into your mum now, my Groudon. And I'm like, I'm just going to Rock Polish up, not knowing that he's got a surprise move for me. Ice Beam. He fires off that Ice Beam. I'm like, I can live this. No, I can't. Takes me right out. I'm like, that's grand. I was going to attempt the Rock Polish sweep there. So I go into Saflyo, and I go for the Extreme Speed just to finish that Dialga off. Just get it out of there. Now, my buddy was watching me battle, and he's like, you should Swords Dance right now. And I said, it's probably a Scarfed Kyogre. No, I'm wrong. It protects. And I go for the Dragon Claw. Had I gone for the Swords Dance, this battle would have gotten done a lot sooner. A lot quicker. So I go for the Dragon Claw, and it does a good bit. And he's going to Ice Beam, and my buddy tells me again, dude, you should Swords Dance. He's probably going to protect again. Lo and behold, that's exactly what he does. He protects, and what do? Go straight for the Dragon Claw. Should have Swords Danced. It's 2 opportunities I missed to finish him off. So I go for the Dragon Claw, and that's going to take him off, because he tries to pull off the Double Protect and fails. Really, that was 3 opportunities I had for the Swords Dance. Now he goes on to Vaporeon, and I'm not sure, a +2 attack, I probably might have actually been able to, based off that damage, I might have came close to taking him out. Or would have taken him out. So he goes for the Scald and takes out my Saflyo. And now this is where things get a bit stallish. And this was not a surprise, really. He protects. I lock myself into Dragon Pulse. After doing the math, Dragon Pulse would have a higher base power than Hidden Power Grass. Yes, this is a unique set I made way back when 5th Gen first was released in the US. So he gets the Wish Up, protects. And obviously, I'm locked in Dragon Pulse. You're probably wondering, why didn't you switch out to Lugia yet? I didn't quite want to go out to Lugia yet. I was like, I kind of want him to possibly burn some power points before I attempt to go into a massive stall war with Lugia. Because we all know that it's usually what happens with most Lugias out there. It becomes a stall. So I go for another Dragon Pulse, and it's not really doing a lot. It's doing decent bits, quarter damage, but not quite as much as I need to actually take out this Vaporeon. So he goes for a Protect. I go for the Dragon Pulse. Obviously, nothing's going to happen. He's going to get a lot of HP back. It's basically I'm fighting the chiseling losing battle because I know eventually it's going to be I'm going to run out of Dragon Ball's power points. And he goes for the Scald, and that does a ton. Look at that. 170 HP. 3-hit KO. That's insane. So he goes off for another Scald and takes my Epic out. So now I'm going to go out into the Lugia set, my awesome Lugia set, my Almighty 3 Lugia set. And I'm like, here we go. I'm going to start doing the Calm Minds to get my special defense up because Rain is up, so he does have a boosted power there. He goes for the Wish, and I was like, I figured he was going to do that, so that's why I went for the Calm Mind anyways. Why not try to get this thing set up? Because this thing can act like a sweeper once I get it a few boosts in it. So he goes for the Scald, and after 2 Calm Minds, I take that pretty darn nicely, as you see, and I wasn't too worried about getting the burn. I was a little worried because he still has Omastar sitting in the wings, and Omastar can hit me with some super effective attacks. But I'm like, I can probably tank these things. So I go for another Calm Mind, as he goes for another Scald, and I take that like a boss. So at this point, I'm deciding I'm going to go for an attack. I have Dragon Pulse and Ice Beam. And Dragon Pulse doesn't do too bad. It does about as much as Reshiram's was with 3 boosts. I'm like, if I can get up to 6, I can plus 6, I can do things better. So I go get another Calm Mind off. So it's plus 4. He goes for Scald, and obviously at this point, I have become a special defense Uber Wall. Like it would, you would have to be boosted and probably critted, and crit me. So at this point, he goes for another Scald. And I'm like, this is really, really stallish. And then it said he fled. And I'm like, oh, but I wanted to finish the battle. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video of this battle. The song was One Last Enemy by DJ, I think the name is Fishead. I found it when I was roaming YouTube. He takes like the Pokemon soundtracks and then does his own like remix song. It's pretty darn cool actually. So till next time guys, peace.